Hi, everyone. So for the 2030 committee, the 2030 commitment committee, wow, that's a mouthful. Um, we have been doing our monthly sessions. Actually, I have the slides, Bunny, if you could just go to the next one. I think we're going to talk about the signatory campaign first. And so we met with AIA Chicago in our last month's meeting, where we talked with them about what they were doing to increase their 2030 commitment signatories. And so they've been using this badge. And I've included here two links to architectural websites who posted the badge that Chicago issues for firms that are signatories on their website, to kind of give, who's doing really good versus like great, or I forgot what the colors were, if anyone can chime in and help with that. But they had, or I think it was because if you've been a signatory for longer and you've improved your carbon impact over the course of your signatory, then it was a green badge versus a red badge. And so this is something that we're kind of like looking at maybe doing here in Philadelphia, and creating a wall of not shame, but it's the opposite of that, like a wall of heroes, I guess, hero firms or firms that are doing great in the area.
Yeah, with Chicago, it was just that each year had a different color. So you wanted to collect the whole series.
Oh, gotcha. There you go. Yep. Oh, per year. So if you've been there longer. Gotcha.
Well, like AIA National does this year 3 rep badge. And if you miss a year, then I think it resets to 1.
Okay.
Whereas like Chicago is just like each year, if you have that color, then it shows that you have been participating in that year. And so that's your badge of honor, is like, yeah, I got the 2021 colored badge because I'm doing this. So it's like celebrating those that are doing it right now. It doesn't really matter how long you've been doing it, as long as you're, in the sandbox right at this moment.
Yeah. So that's something that we are, go ahead.
Yeah, just John, if I could just jump in on this the badge thing. I know we talked last week. So all of us who reported last year, and I don't know how many on this call are directly responsible for reporting, but you get this badge from AIA, and I would encourage firms to publicize that. I know I had our marketing team at our office, put that out there, make a press release about it. Well, they were actually really excited to do so. Certainly. So I think, firms in Philadelphia publicizing their participation in this is a really helpful aspect of getting more people to sign on. It's that not peer pressure, but kind of knowing what your contemporaries are doing.
Awesome. So yeah, so that's one of the things that we're working on right now, developing or maybe integrating in a very Philly way. So we do welcome any feedback if anyone wants to join and kind of help spearhead this. Bunny, can you switch to the next slide? Thanks. So we are looking for a star volunteer to help push the signatory campaign. The 2030 commitment group is working on a lot of things, and we feel like it would be great to have a third person to help spearhead some of these signatory campaigns. And there's no experience required. It really is something, just someone who has a lot of passion and can keep everyone on track and just be really organized about the initiative and following through on things. So if there is anyone in the group who's on the call today that'd be interested, it would be, reach out to Bunny, David, me, or Josh, and we can get you up to speed on what we've been doing and kind of help spear.
No prerequisite knowledge required, only passion. That's the only requirement, is passion.
And it is a team effort, and we're trying to handle it as a team, but we're finding ourselves quite tied up, and obviously we all have other commitments too. So it would be great to have somebody able to focus on this.
Yeah, so the next slide, just trying to keep mind of time. What's got us really tied up is the working group sessions that we've been doing on a monthly basis. This started last year before Zoom, I guess. You were doing the getting started with 2030, and it's kind of morphed into breaking down barriers to building science. Bunny, next slide, please. I should have just presented. It's okay. So we've had this year, we're slowly increasing, or I see a little taper off for the summer happening now, but we started off really strong with, 60 to 90 is the range of attendees that we actually have. So the dark blue are the number of attendees that actually attended the sessions versus who registered. And in some cases, we have more people attending than actually having registered. And I think that, big kudos to the marketing and marketing effort that everyone, like the marketing group, has been shepherding. It's been amazing to see all of the different social media channels help engage people in the area and outside of our area. I think we had somebody from Hawaii one time, and the last session we had a couple of people from New Zealand that I noticed logged in. So that's pretty cool. We're going international with the AIA Philly Coat. Next slide. So what's coming up is we don't have any sessions scheduled for October through December, but we're trying to keep a larger topic of how to speak like a mechanical engineer. And we did an internal survey with just the 2030 commitment group, but we're going to open that up to get more feedback from the rest of the committee. So expect an email with a link, and actually I can copy it into the chat box for anyone who wants to do it right now. We're open to any ideas. We do want to this is the feedback that we got from the internal group on some of the topics. So ventilation systems, psychrometrics is with the question marks. I don't know how much we could actually talk about psychrometrics and keep people engaged, but if there's ideas on how to make that super interesting for architects, and there's project examples that your firm has worked on or your engineering firm has helped you with, that would be really great to bring to the table for our upcoming sessions. And
John, there's a survey that's out there, right?
I just copied it into the chat box. It was the survey that we had internally. So I sent it just to Jonathan, my bad. Let me copy it again. There it is. It's in the chat box for everyone it's quick. You don't have to answer all the questions. It's anonymous. Kind of just getting feedback if you have attended the sessions, telling us what you like, what you don't like, what you want to see, and some ideas on what we could be doing at the end of the year when we switch gears to collaborating with mechanical engineers and specialty engineering professions. Okay. I think the last slide was just a link to the slide, to the survey. And then, so there's the link. If we're sharing these slides, you'll have it. But that's it for the 2030 commitment group. Josh, did you have anything else you wanted to add?
No, I think, the survey, yeah, no, that's great. Yeah, I think, I wanted to emphasize the badge, and just our upcoming session is on solar analysis, and I know we have a presenter from is she from Atelier 10?
A10, yeah.
A10. And I think we're still figuring out how we want to kind of organize that session, and whether we want to have another sustainability consultant type present, or a firm present project. So I think our next meeting next week for that session.
Yep. Next Friday, we're going to be meeting again to talk about the session. It is on the AIA Philly calendar. So if you're subscribing to the calendar, you can just, click on the link to join the meeting at any time. We're always looking for feedback and expertise, or just comments and ways to make these sessions even better.